The ballroom is way too bright. Big crystal chandeliers hang from the ceiling and throw light everywhere. White tablecloths, silver forks lined up perfectly. Waiters in black tuxedos move between the tables with trays of champagne. Everything here looks expensive, and everyone knows it. This is the Beverly Hills Hotel. November 1969. It's some charity dinner for underprivileged kids. Hollywood people love these kinds of events. They dress up, write a check, and feel good about themselves. The real cause matters less than being seen. About 200 people fill the room. Actors, directors, studio bosses, athletes, anyone with money and a reason to be photographed, round tables with 8 seats each. Big flower displays in the middle that probably cost more than most people's rent. He's wearing a tuxedo. It's rented. He doesn't own one. He never needs one. The bow tie feels like it's choking him. The jacket is a little too tight across his shoulders. He keeps wanting to pull at it, but he knows that would look bad in pictures. Next to him is his wife, Linda. She looks relaxed in her evening dress. She's used to this kind of thing. Bruce isn't. He's only here because a producer asked him to come, said it would be good for his career, good for meeting the right people. Bruce hates that stuff, but he came anyway. At the table are a few people he knows: James Coburn, Steve McQueen, a director whose name Bruce can't remember, and 2 empty seats. They've been empty all night. Apparently they're being saved for someone important. Dinner has been going on for over an hour now. Speeches, awards, more speeches. Bruce has barely touched his food. Chicken with some kind of sauce, vegetables arranged to look fancy. Everything tastes like it was cooked hours ago and kept warm. Steve leans over. "You look miserable." "I am miserable. Want to leave?" "Can't. The producer's watching. He told me I have to stay until the end." Hollywood is like prison, just with better food. Bruce almost laughs. James Coburn is telling a story about his last movie. Something about a difficult director and a stubborn stunt coordinator. Bruce is only half listening. His mind is somewhere else. Thinking about training, thinking about the school, thinking about the students who will be waiting for him in the morning. This whole night feels like a complete waste of time. A waiter comes by and refills the water glasses. "Can I get anyone anything else?" Bruce asks for coffee. Strong coffee. Anything to help him stay awake. Linda gently touches his hand. "Just a few more hours." "That's what you said 2 hours ago." "I know, but we're already here. We might as well get through it." Getting through it means listening to another speech. This one is from a studio executive Bruce doesn't recognize. He talks about giving back, about responsibility, about how lucky they all are. The usual rich people talk. Everyone claps at the right moments. Almost nobody is really listening. The speech finally ends. More applause. People start to relax. They drink more. They talk louder. The serious part of the night is basically over. Now it's just small talk, business talk, and deals made over dessert. Bruce looks at his watch. 10:30. This won't finish before midnight. Probably closer to 1 in the morning. He's going to be exhausted tomorrow. Steve notices him checking the time. "Got somewhere you need to be?" "Training at 6 in the morning. You train on a Sunday?" "I train every day." "That's dedication. That's discipline. Not the same thing." Then the ballroom doors open. Muhammad Ali walks in. The whole room turns. It happens automatically. Ali has that effect. He's wearing a white tuxedo, perfectly fitted. It probably costs more than Bruce's car. He has that familiar Ali look on his face, half smile, total confidence. He walks like he owns the room, like he owns the whole building. His wife is with him, Belinda, beautiful, calm, elegant. She's wearing a dress that probably took several designers to create. They move through the room like royalty. And in a way, they are. Ali is the most famous athlete in the world, the heavyweight champion, the Louisville Lip, the man who talks just as much as he fights. Behind him comes his group, his manager, Herbert Muhammad, his trainer, Angelo Dundee, and a couple of big men who look like security, even though nobody here would ever try anything. No one is going to mess with Muhammad Ali. Not here, not anywhere. Ali works the room. He shakes hands. He does his little shuffle. He throws a few shadow punches for people. He makes everyone laugh. He's completely in show mode. This is what Ali does. Entertains, dominates, controls the energy of whatever space he's in. People swarm around him, asking for photos, asking for autographs, telling him they're his biggest fan. Ali handles it all with ease, like he's been doing this his whole life, which he basically has. Bruce watches from his table. He's met Ali once before, briefly, at some other event maybe 6 months ago. They shook hands, exchanged maybe 10 words. Ali said something about liking the Green Hornet show. Bruce thanked him. That was it. Ali's making his way toward the back of the room, getting closer to table 12. Bruce looks down at his plate, hoping Ali will pass by. These celebrity interactions are always awkward. Everyone wants something, A photo, a conversation, a connection they can use later. But Ali doesn't pass by. He stops right next to their table, recognizes Steve McQueen first. "Steve, my man, how you doing?" Steve stands up, shakes Ali's hand. "Champ, good to see you. You still doing those car movies, burning rubber and looking cool?" "Someone's got to." Ali laughs, that big Ali laugh that fills the whole room. Everyone nearby turns to look, wants to see what's funny, wants to be part of whatever Ali's doing. Then Ali's eyes move around the table, land on Bruce. There's a moment where Ali's face shows recognition, then something else. Amusement maybe, or surprise, hard to tell. "Hold on, I know you. You're that Kato guy, from the TV show." Bruce stands up, polite, respectful. "We met before. Bruce Lee." Right, the kung fu guy." Ali looks him up and down, takes in Bruce's size, his build, the way the tuxedo hangs on his frame, the jacket that's slightly too small in the shoulders, the pants that are slightly too long. Ali's smile widens. "Man, you are tiny. You look like a skeleton in that suit." The words hang in the air, loud, clear. Everyone at table 12 heard them. People at the nearby tables heard them too. Heads turn. Conversations stop. Did Ali just call Bruce Lee a skeleton? Bruce's face doesn't change, stays neutral, polite, but everyone can feel something shift in the energy. The temperature drops, not literally, but the feeling is there. Linda's hand tightens on Bruce's arm, a warning, don't react, let it go. But Ali doesn't notice the shift, or doesn't care. He's playing to the crowd now. People are watching, listening. This is entertainment. "I'm serious," Ali continues. "How much you weigh? Like 100 pounds? 110? 140, Bruce says. His voice is calm, even, no emotion showing. 140? Ali laughs again, louder this time. "Man, I got arms that weigh more than you. How you supposed to fight anybody looking like that? You go up against a real fighter, a strong wind would blow you over." James Coburn stands up, and he can see where this is going. "Ali, maybe ease up a bit. I'm just playing, just having fun." Ali pats Bruce on the shoulder the way you'd pat a kid, condescending, dismissive. "No offense, little man. I'm sure you're real good at the kung fu stuff, breaking boards and all that. Very impressive for demonstrations." "No offense taken," Bruce says, but his jaw is tight now. The muscles in his neck are tense. Steve McQueen tries to change the subject. "Ali, when's your next fight?" But Ali's not done. He's found his audience and he's working it. "I mean it, though." He gestures at Bruce, addressing the whole table now, the whole section of the ballroom. "You martial arts guys are always talking about how deadly you are, how you don't need size, how technique beats everything. But come on, be real." Ali turns back to Bruce. "You really think that little body could do anything against a real fighter, against someone with real power, real training?" The table is completely silent now. Steve is shaking his head slightly, trying to signal Ali to stop. James is looking uncomfortable. The director, whose name Bruce can't remember, is staring at his plate. Linda's grip on Bruce's arm is almost painful. "I've fought the biggest, baddest men in the world," Ali continues. He's fully committed now. "Sonny Liston, Cleveland Williams, Ernie Terrell, Joe Frazier, real fighters, real power, 200 pounds of muscle and bone and bad intentions. And you're telling me some skinny Chinese guy who does karate chops is in the same conversation? Come on now." Ali's entourage is standing behind him. His manager looks nervous, knows Ali can go too far sometimes. The trainer is grinning, thinks this is funny. The security personnel are just watching, waiting to see what happens. Bruce is very still. The kind of still that happens right before something breaks. Like the moment before a glass falls off a table. Everything frozen, suspended, waiting for gravity to take over. Linda can feel it, leans in close, whispers, "Don't. He's not worth it." But Bruce speaks. His voice is quiet, but everyone hears it. The conversations around them have stopped. People are listening. "You're right about one thing." Ali turns, raises his eyebrows. "What's that?" "Size matters, in your world, in boxing, in the ring, with rules and weight classes and rounds. Size matters a lot." "Damn right it does. But that's not real fighting, that's sport." The smile fades from Ali's face slightly. "Joe, you saying boxing isn't real fighting?" "I'm saying boxing is one kind of fighting, with specific rules. You can't kick, can't grapple, can't strike with elbows or knees, can't hit below the belt, can't hit the back of the head. You wear gloves, you stop when the bell rings, you have a referee. That's sport fighting, controlled, safe, predictable." "Safe?" Ali's voice rises. "Ain't nothing safe about what I do. I've been hit so hard I couldn't remember my own name. I've had my jaw broken, my ribs cracked. You telling me that's safe?" Safer than real fighting. Real fighting doesn't have rules, doesn't have weight classes, doesn't stop when someone rings a bell. Real fighting is about survival, about doing whatever it takes to not get hurt. Ali steps closer. The playful energy is gone now. This is getting serious. So what? You think you could take me? Is that what you're saying? Bruce doesn't answer right away. He's thinking, calculating. Every eye in this section of the ballroom is on them now. Conversations have stopped. Even the waiters are standing still, watching. This moment is dangerous. Say the wrong thing and Bruce looks scared. Say too much and he looks arrogant. Either way, this doesn't end well. But Bruce is already too far in. Ali called him a skeleton, made fun of his size, made fun of martial arts, in front of 200 people. Can't just let that slide. I think, Bruce says carefully, measuring each word, that if we fought by boxing rules in a ring, you'd destroy me. You're the greatest boxer alive, maybe the greatest who ever lived. No question about that. Damn right. But if we fought with no rules, where anything goes, where size doesn't protect you and strength doesn't guarantee victory, I think it would be very different. The ballroom has gone completely silent now. You could hear a pin drop. Everyone is staring. This small Chinese man in a too-tight tuxedo just told Muhammad Ali he'd lose in a real fight. Ali stares at Bruce, trying to figure out if this guy is serious, if he's delusional, if he's brave or just stupid. You're serious, Ali finally says. Not a question, a statement. You actually think your little kung fu tricks would work against me? I don't think, I know. Ali's manager steps forward, puts a hand on Ali's shoulder. Champ, we should go. Your table is ready. Don't waste your time with this. But Ali waves him off. He's interested now, engaged. This little guy just challenged him, in front of everyone. And nobody challenges Muhammad Ali. Nobody tells him they'd win. The audacity of it is almost impressive. All right then. Ali takes off his jacket, hands it to Belinda. His wife looks worried, knows her husband well enough to recognize when things are about to get out of hand. Let's see it, Ali says. Show me some kung fu, right here, right now. You want to fight here? Bruce looks around. In the ballroom, during a charity event? Not fight, just demonstrate. Show these people what you got. Prove that kung fu works against a real athlete, against real size, real power. Bruce doesn't move. This is a trap. He knows it. Everyone knows it. Either way, he loses. If he refuses, he looks scared. Looks like all talk. The story spreads. Bruce Lee backed down from Ali, got called out and did nothing. But if he does it and fails, he's finished. His reputation gone. His students lose faith. Hollywood stops calling. Everything he's built collapses. And if he succeeds? If he actually embarrasses Ali? That might be worse. Ali is loved. Ali is famous. Ali is powerful. Making an enemy of Muhammad Ali could destroy his career faster than backing down. But Bruce is already committed. Already said he knows he could win. Can't back down now. Not in front of all these people. Not after Ali called him a skeleton. Okay, Bruce says quietly. But I need space. People at the nearby tables immediately stand up, push their chairs back. Everyone wants to see this, wants to watch. This is better than any entertainment the gala planned. A circle forms, maybe 15 feet across, Bruce and Ali in the center, 200 people surrounding them, cameras appearing from pockets and purses. Gee, everyone wants to document this. Whatever happens next is going to be talked about for years. Bruce takes off his jacket, hands it to Linda. Underneath, he's wearing a white dress shirt, fitted. You can see the definition in his arms, his shoulders, his chest. Not big muscles like Ali's, but dense, compact, efficient. He rolls up his sleeves, one arm then the other. Takes his time, not rushing, not showing nerves, just preparing. Ali is already moving, bouncing on his toes, doing his shuffle, shadow boxing, playing to the crowd. This is what Ali does, performs, entertains, controls the room. He's fought in front of millions. This is nothing. The contrast between them is stark. Ali in his white tuxedo pants and dress shirt, 6'3", 215 pounds, arms that look like they were carved from marble. But legs thick as tree trunks, a physical specimen, an athlete at the peak of human performance. And Bruce, 5'7", 140 pounds, compact, contained. He looks small standing across from Ali, almost fragile. The skeleton comment doesn't seem that far off. How you want to do this? Ali asks. His voice is loud, confident. He's playing to the crowd still. Your choice. Okay, I'm going to throw a punch, a jab. I'll pull it. Not trying to hurt you, just want to see if you can handle real speed. Real boxing. You do your kung fu thing. Block it, slip it, whatever. Show everyone how it's done. One punch? One punch. That's all we need. I throw one jab and we see if the kung fu guy can deal with it. Bruce nods, settles into his stance. Not a typical kung fu stance, not one of those low dramatic poses you see in movies. Just natural, feet shoulder width apart, weight centered, hands relaxed at his sides. He looks like he's waiting for a bus. Ali gets into his boxing stance, left foot forward, hands up, elbows in, the stance that's won him every title. Even standing still, he looks dangerous, coiled, ready to explode. The crowd leans in, everyone trying to get a better view. The photographers are jockeying for position. This is the shot they came for. Ali versus Bruce Lee, boxing versus kung fu. The conversation that happens in bars and gyms across America is about to be settled right here. Ready? Ali asks. Ready? Ali throws the jab. Fast, really fast. The fastest jab most people in this room have ever seen. It's not full power. He's not trying to hurt Bruce, but it's not slow either. Not gentle. This is a real jab. The kind that sets up combinations. The kind that breaks through guards. Bruce's head moves maybe 2 inches. That's all. Just a slight turn. The jab passes by his face, misses by nothing. And by less than nothing. If Bruce had been a fraction slower, it would have landed clean. The crowd murmurs, impressed. That was close, too close. Not bad, Ali says. His tone suggests he's surprised. Let's try again. He throws another jab. Same speed, same precision. Bruce slips it again. Same minimal movement, same perfect timing. Ali throws a third jab. Bruce makes it miss. A fourth, a fifth, 6 jabs in a row. Bruce slips all of them, his head moving just enough, never more than necessary, never wasting energy, making Ali miss by the smallest margins possible. The murmuring gets louder. People are genuinely surprised now. This man can actually move, has actual reflexes. This isn't just movie choreography. This is real skill. Ali stops. He's not smiling anymore. The playfulness is gone. Okay, I see you got reflexes. Good reflexes, but that's defense. Can you do anything offensive or just run away? I'm not running. I'm here. Then hit me. Try to hit me. Let's see if you can touch the champ. Bruce hesitates. This is dangerous territory. If he actually hits Ali, even lightly, this could escalate, could turn from demonstration into real fight. But if he refuses, he looks weak, looks like he can only defend. You sure? Bruce asks. I'm sure. Come on, take your shot. Show these people that kung fu can hit as well as it can run. The crowd reacts. That was a direct challenge, a taunt. Bruce can't back down now. Bruce steps forward. His hand comes up, not chambered, not pulled back. She just rising naturally from his side. A straight punch aimed at Ali's chest, not fast, not slow, just moving. Ali leans back, easy, casual. The punch misses by 6 inches. Ali grins. Too slow. Bruce tries again. A second punch, same result. Ali dodges it like it's nothing, makes it look easy. The crowd is starting to laugh, not mean laughter, appreciative laughter. This is the Ali they came to see, the showman. Come on now, Ali bounces, does his shuffle. You gotta be faster than that. I'm an old man here, 30 years old, practically retired, and you still can't touch me. Bruce throws a third punch. Ali dodges again, but Bruce isn't trying to hit Ali. Not really. He's studying him, watching how Ali moves, how he shifts his weight, where his balance is, how he creates distance, what patterns he follows. Ali moves the same way every time, leans back, pulls his head to the left, creates space with his feet. It's beautiful, perfect technique, but it's also predictable, like a kata, rehearsed, automatic. On his fourth attempt, Bruce changes something. Instead of pulling back after the miss, he keeps moving forward, follows the punch, steps inside Ali's space, inside his range where Ali's advantages disappear. His hand touches Ali's chest, light, barely makes contact, right over the heart, 5 fingers spread across Ali's sternum. Got you, Bruce says quietly. Only Ali can hear. Ali looks down at the hand on his chest, confused for a second, then understanding, then dismissive. That's not a hit, that's a tap, that's nothing. You want me to hit harder? I want you to actually try. Stop playing around. Bruce's eyes meet Ali's. There's a question in that look. Are you sure about this? Do you understand what you're asking for? Ali nods. Do it. Hit me for real. Show everyone what kung fu can do. The crowd senses something. The energy changes, gets tense, dangerous. This stopped being entertainment. This is something else now. Bruce's face becomes completely neutral, empty. His body relaxes. The hand on Ali's chest stays exactly where it is, touching, not pressing, just resting there, making contact. Last chance, Bruce says. You sure? I'm sure. Stop stalling and hit me. Bruce's body changes. It's subtle. Most people don't see it, But the people who know fighting see it. His back foot plants, grips the floor, his calf muscle tightens, his knee locks, his hip rotates maybe 10 degrees, his core compresses like a spring, his shoulder extends. The hand that's already touching Ali's chest suddenly drives forward, 1 inch of movement, maybe less. Hard to measure, hard to see, but the effect is immediate and dramatic. The sound is like a drum, deep, resonant, sharp, like someone hitting a bass drum with a mallet. The sound reverberates through the ballroom. Everyone hears it. Everyone feels it. Ali's eyes go wide, wider than anyone's ever seen them. His mouth opens. A surprised sound starts to come out but doesn't make it. His whole body goes rigid, locked, frozen for a fraction of a second that feels like an eternity. Then, his knees buckle. Muhammad Ali, the heavyweight champion of the world, the man who beat Sonny Liston, who's scheduled to fight Joe Frazier in 3 months, drops to one knee. The ballroom erupts, people shouting, gasping, someone screams. Cameras flashing everywhere, everyone trying to see, trying to understand what just happened. Ali's on one knee, his right hand goes to his chest, gripping his shirt, clutching at the spot where Bruce touched him. His left hand is on the floor, supporting him, keeping him from falling completely. He's trying to breathe, but it's not working. The diaphragm isn't responding. The connection between his brain and his lungs has been severed, not permanently, just temporarily. But he doesn't know that. All he knows is he can't breathe, can't get air, can't make his body obey. His face is turning red, panic starting to show in his eyes. Bruce kneels down next to him, puts a hand on Ali's back. Breathe slow, in through your nose, count to 3, then out through your mouth. Count to 3, it'll come back. Ali follows the instructions. I tries to pull air in through his nose. It's hard, like breathing through a straw. But some air gets in. He holds it. 1, 2, 3, pushes it out. Count to 3, another breath in through the nose. This one's easier. The connection is returning. The diaphragm is waking up, remembering how to work. By the 3rd breath, Ali's breathing normally. The color is coming back to his face. The panic is fading. But the confusion remains. What the hell just happened? Ali's manager and trainer push through the crowd, rushing over. Champ, you okay? What happened? Ali can't answer yet, still processing, still trying to understand. He looks at Bruce, really looks at him, seeing him differently now, not as a skeleton, not as some skinny Chinese guy, as something else, something dangerous, something he doesn't understand. What did you do to me? Ali's voice is rough, hoarse, like he's been screaming for an hour. I hit you, like you asked. That wasn't a hit, that was... Ali touches his chest again, testing it, pressing on it, making sure everything still works. His heart is beating fast, too fast, but it's beating. His lungs are working, everything works, but it feels wrong, like his ribs got rearranged, like his internal organs shifted position. I've been hit before, Ali says, been hit hard, by Sonny Liston, by Cleveland Williams, by guys who punch for a living, guys who can put you to sleep with one shot. That wasn't like getting hit, that was like... He struggles for words, like something exploded inside me. Like you hit me from the inside out. It's called fajing, explosive force, whole body power. Your body wasn't prepared for it. Didn't know how to absorb it, so it shut down to protect itself. How did you do that from right there? Your hand was already on me. There was no wind-up, no power behind it, no space to generate force. Power doesn't come from winding up, doesn't come from space or distance. It comes from using your whole body correctly, from the ground, through the legs, through the hips, through the core, through the shoulder. The hand is just the last link in the chain, just the delivery system. Ali's trainer, Angelo Dundee, is checking Ali's vitals, feeling his pulse, looking in his eyes. Champ, we need to get you checked out. That didn't look normal. I'm fine, Ali says, but his voice lacks conviction. His manager, Herbert, is furious, face red, veins bulging in his neck. What the hell was that? You could have hurt him. This was supposed to be a demonstration, not an attack. He asked me to hit him, Bruce says calmly. No emotion, just stating facts. I did. I pulled it significantly. If I hadn't, he'd be in an ambulance right now. Pulled it? The manager looks incredulous. That was pulled? Yes. Ali uses the trainer's shoulder to stand up, gets to his feet slowly, testing each body part, making sure everything works. His legs feel weak, not physically weak, just uncertain, like his brain isn't completely sure they'll support him. He stands there for a moment, 6'3" of confused heavyweight champion. Then he looks at Bruce, really looks at him. The skepticism is gone, the dismissiveness, the superiority. In its place is something new, something Ali's not used to feeling, respect, and a little bit of fear. You were right, Ali says. His voice is quiet now, Not performing anymore, just being honest. About the rules, about size not mattering as much as I thought, about your kung fu being different from sport. It's not kung fu, it's understanding, physics, leverage, timing, knowing where the body is vulnerable and how to exploit that vulnerability. Can you teach me that? The question surprises everyone, including Bruce. The manager sputters. Champ, you don't need... Ali holds up a hand, silencing him. Can you teach me that? He asks Bruce again. Why? Because I've been fighting my whole life, since I was 12 years old. Boxing. I'm the best at boxing, the greatest boxer who ever lived. But what you just showed me? That's not boxing. That's something else. Something I don't understand. And if I don't understand it, that means there's a gap in my knowledge. A weakness, and I don't like having weaknesses. The greatest boxer, Bruce repeats, not the greatest fighter. That's right. And I need to know the difference. Bruce is quiet for a moment, thinking. This could be a trap. Could be Ali's ego wanting revenge, wanting to learn Bruce's techniques so he can counter them, so he can prove that boxing is still superior. But there's something in Ali's eyes, something genuine. He's not posturing anymore, not performing. He wants to understand, really understand. I have a school in Los Angeles, Bruce says, Chinatown, above a restaurant on Ord Street. If you're serious about learning, you can come by. When? Whenever you want. But it won't be like boxing training. It's not about building muscle or improving cardio. It's about changing how you think, how you move, how you understand violence. I'm willing to learn. We'll see. They shake hands. The crowd is still buzzing. People talking over each other, trying to process what they just saw. The photographers have filled their cameras. This moment is documented, can't be taken back, can't be denied. Ali's entourage surrounds him, ushering him away. Got to get him to a doctor. Got to make sure he's okay. Got to control the narrative before this story spreads wrong. As they're leaving, Ali turns back, looks at Bruce one more time. Hey, Bruce? Yeah? Sorry about the skeleton comment. That was disrespectful. It's okay. No, it's not. I made fun of you. Made fun of your size, your art, and you taught me a lesson I needed to learn. Thank you for that. Then he's gone. Swept away by his people. Out of the ballroom, out of the hotel. Into the Los Angeles night, Bruce returns to his table. The circle of spectators slowly disperses. People return to their seats. But the conversations don't stop. Everyone's talking about what happened. Did you see that? Ali went down. From one touch, 1 inch of movement. Bruce sits down. His hands are shaking slightly. Adrenaline wearing off now. The reality of what just happened starting to sink in. Linda touches his arm. You okay? Yeah, that was more intense than I expected. Steve McQueen is staring at him. I've known you for 3 years, trained with you, seen you demonstrate, but I've never seen anything like that. You just dropped Muhammad Ali. I didn't drop him. I demonstrated a principle. Call it whatever you want, but every person in this room just watched you put the heavyweight champion on his knees. With 1 touch. That's going to follow you for the rest of your life. James Coburn leans in. Steve's right. This story is going to spread. By tomorrow morning, everyone in Hollywood will know. By next week, everyone in America will know. Bruce Lee versus Muhammad Ali, the martial artist who dropped the champion. They won't believe it. They will. 200 people saw it, including photographers. This moment is documented. Bruce looks around the ballroom. People are still staring, whispering, pointing. Some look impressed, others look skeptical. A few look hostile, like Bruce did something wrong, like he disrespected Ali, disrespected boxing, disrespected America's champion. This could go very badly for him. Ali is loved. Ali is famous. Ali is powerful. If Ali decides Bruce is an enemy, Hollywood could turn against him. The studios could stop calling. The roles could dry up. Everything he's trying to build could collapse. But Ali didn't seem angry, seemed humbled, seemed genuinely interested in learning. Maybe this will be okay. Maybe. The rest of the evening passes in a blur. People keep approaching Bruce's table, asking questions, wanting details. How did you do that? What technique was that? Can you show me? Where do you train? Bruce is polite, but brief. Gives short answers. Doesn't elaborate. This wasn't about showing off. This was about defending himself, defending martial arts. Ali called him a skeleton, made fun of his size, made fun of kung fu, had to respond. Around midnight, the gala ends. People start leaving, collecting coats, saying goodbyes, making plans to meet for lunch next week, the normal end-of-event rituals. Bruce and Linda walk out to the parking lot. The night air is cool, clean, good after the stuffy ballroom. The sky is clear, stars visible despite the Los Angeles lights. He's going to come to your school, Linda says. You know that, right? Maybe, maybe not. People say a lot of things when they're embarrassed. He looks serious. We'll see. They get in their car, a beat-up Chevy that Bruce bought used 3 years ago. It runs okay? Nothing fancy? Nothing impressive? Just transportation. As Bruce pulls out of the parking lot, he sees Allie's car, a brand new Cadillac, white, gleaming, probably cost more than Bruce makes in a year. Allie is sitting in the back seat, visible through the window, his hand still on his chest, still testing it. Their eyes meet for a second. Allie nods. Bruce nods back. Then they're gone, heading opposite directions. Allie back to his hotel, his life of fame and fortune and worldwide recognition. Bruce back to his small apartment in Chinatown, his life of teaching and training and trying to break into an industry that doesn't want him. But something changed tonight, something fundamental. The balance of power shifted, even if nobody else realizes it yet. 3 weeks pass. Bruce doesn't hear from Allie, doesn't really expect to. People say things in the moment, in the heat of emotion. Then life takes over and they forget. Move on. Bruce understands that. He's at his school, early morning, 6 a.m. like always, going through forms, Wing Chun, Jun Fan, the foundations of his system. His body moves automatically, muscle memory built over 30 years of practice. The school is small, one room above a Chinese restaurant. Wooden floor that creaks, mirrors on one wall, a wooden dummy in the corner. Basic equipment, nothing fancy, but it works. He's alone. His students don't arrive until 7. This hour is his. Time to train without distractions, without questions, just movement and breath and focus. He hears footsteps on the stairs, heavy footsteps, someone large, probably Mr. Chen from the restaurant, coming up to ask about rent or noise complaints or something. The door opens. Muhammad Ali walks in. He's wearing gym clothes, track pants, sweatshirt, simple, nothing fancy. He looks tired, like he's been up since 4 a.m., which he probably has. Fighters train early. Bruce stops mid-form, stares. You came, Bruce says. I said I would. Most people say a lot of things. I'm not most people. No, you're not. Allie looks around the school, takes it in. The small space, the basic equipment, the worn wooden floor. This is it? This is where you train? This is it. I expected something bigger, fancier. You just embarrassed me in front of 200 people. Figured you'd have some impressive setup. Fighting isn't about impressive setups. It's about practice, understanding, repetition until the body knows what to do without thinking. Allie nods, still looking around. He walks over to the wooden dummy, touches it, runs his hand down the wooden arms. What's this? Wooden dummy. Training tool for Wing Chun. Teaches structure, positioning, how to deal with multiple attacks simultaneously. Can you show me? Bruce demonstrates, his hands moving in controlled patterns against the wooden arms, redirecting, deflecting, striking. The movements are fast but not frantic, controlled, purposeful. Allie watches closely, studying. That's different from boxing. Very different. Boxing is about creating openings. This is about controlling centerline, about occupying the space between you and your opponent, about not letting them have room to generate power. At the gala, what you did to me, was that Wing Chun? Partially. The principle is Wing Chun, but the application is my own. I call it Jeet Kune Do, the way of the intercepting fist. Intercepting? Most people wait for an attack then respond, block then counter, defend then attack. That's reactive, slow. By the time you see the attack and respond, it's already too late against a skilled opponent. Bruce demonstrates. As Ali throw a slow punch, shows how waiting to see it then blocking wastes time. Then shows how intercepting during the preparation phase stops the attack before it fully develops. You don't wait for my punch to arrive, Bruce explains. You see me preparing to punch, the weight shift, the shoulder movement, the telegraphs that happen before the actual punch. You intercept there, during the preparation, before I'm committed. Ali tries it, throws a few punches. Bruce intercepts each one during its development, not blocking the finished punch, stopping it while it's still being formed. This is hard, Ali says. My brain wants to wait and see the punch, then react. That's because you've been training to react for 20 years. Your body knows how to do that. This is different. This requires seeing the fight 3 moves ahead, reading your opponent, understanding their patterns. They train for 2 hours. Bruce breaks down what he did at the gala, shows Ali how force transfers through the body, how relaxation enables power, how timing beats speed, how structure beats strength. Ali struggles. His body wants to box, to move like a boxer, to punch like a boxer. Bruce keeps stopping him, correcting him, making him start over. "This feels wrong," Ali says. "Feels weak, like I'm not using any power." "That's because you're used to using maximum force all the time, but maximum force isn't always needed. Sometimes appropriate force is better, just enough to achieve the result. Anything more is waste." "How do I know what's appropriate?" "By understanding the situation, reading your opponent, knowing when to explode and when to redirect, when to attack and when to evade." They continue working. By the end of 2 hours, Ali's sweating. Really sweating. This small workout was harder than most of his boxing training. Not physically harder, mentally harder, having to unlearn, having to think differently, having to question everything he thought he knew. "Same time next week?" Bruce asks. Ali wipes his face with a towel. "I'll try. My schedule's crazy with the fight coming up. Training camp starts in 2 weeks. After the fight, then." "Yeah, after the fight. But I want to keep learning this. What you showed me, that's not just fighting technique. That's a different way of thinking. I need to understand it." They shake hands. Ali leaves. Bruce watches him walk down the stairs, hears his footsteps fade, hears the door at the bottom close. Linda was right. Ali did come back. And based on how seriously he trained today, he'll keep coming back. As long as his schedule allows. As long as he's curious. As long as he wants to understand. Bruce returns to his forms. But something feels different now. The room feels different. The movements feel different. He just spent 2 hours training Muhammad Ali, the heavyweight champion of the world, the most famous athlete alive. That changes things, has to change things. But Bruce pushes those thoughts away, goes back to basics, Wing Chun forms, Jun Fan principles, the foundation, always return to the foundation. Ali does come back, not every week. His schedule doesn't allow for that. But when he's in Los Angeles, he stops by. Early morning, 6 a.m., trains for 2 hours, asks questions, challenges assumptions, tries to understand. Over the months, his boxing changes, small changes. His movements become more efficient, his defense more fluid, his timing sharper. His ability to read opponents improves. His trainers notice but don't understand why. Ali never tells them about Bruce, about the school in Chinatown, about the lessons in force transfer and explosive power. That's private, personal. Between him and the guy who put him on his knees at a fancy Hollywood gala. The story from the gala spreads, gets told and retold, details change, get exaggerated. Some versions have Bruce knocking Ali unconscious, some have them fighting for 10 minutes, some say Bruce used pressure points, some say it was Chai energy. The truth gets buried under layers of exaggeration, but the core remains. At a charity gala in Beverly Hills in November 1969, Muhammad Ali called Bruce Lee a skeleton, made fun of his size, his body, his martial art, challenged him to demonstrate in front of 200 people. And Bruce Lee accepted, put his hand on Ali's chest, generated 1 inch of force, and dropped the heavyweight champion to his knees. 200 witnesses. Photographs exist, grainy, not great angles, but enough to prove it happened, enough that nobody can deny it completely. The story becomes part of martial arts folklore, gets told in schools across America, across the world, becomes one of those legendary moments, Bruce Lee versus Muhammad Ali, the fight that wasn't quite a fight, the demonstration that changed everything. Years later, long after Bruce has died at 32, long after Ali's career has ended, long after both men have become legends bigger than life, people still talk about that night. They debate it, analyze it, question it. Was it real? Was Ali playing along? Did Bruce really generate that much power from 1 inch? Could Kung Fu really work against boxing? But the people who were there know. They saw it, felt it. The room changed that night. The energy shifted. Something impossible happened, something that shouldn't have been possible. A 140-pound martial artist put a 215-pound heavyweight champion on his knees. Not through luck, not through tricks, through understanding, through physics, through years of training and thinking and questioning and refining. Ali never forgot it. In interviews later in life when people asked about Bruce, Ali always said the same thing. Bruce Lee was the real deal, not movie fighting, real skill, real understanding. He showed me things about combat I never knew existed. Put me on my knees with 1 touch, changed how I thought about fighting, about power, about what's possible when you truly understand the human body. And when pressed, when reporters asked if Bruce could have really beaten him in a real fight, Ali would smile, that famous Ali smile, and say, "In a boxing ring, with boxing rules? Never. I'd have destroyed him. But outside the ring, where anything goes, where size doesn't protect you and rules don't save you, I don't know. And I'm glad we never had to find out for real. Some questions are better left unanswered." The story lives on, gets told to new students, gets referenced in documentaries, gets debated on internet forums, the night Muhammad Ali called Bruce Lee a skeleton and learned that some skeletons bite back.